Hello. Today I want to share one of my biggest fears and how it actually helps me in my life. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Adrienne. Today is day 18 of me posting a video every day for 30 days to kick off my content creator journey in my 40s. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you'd like to follow along. So yeah, my greatest fear. One of my greatest fears is not being afraid to die, but being on my deathbed and having regrets about not doing things that I wanted to do. Assuming I'm afforded the opportunity to be on a deathbed. Um, Something else that has become clear in that fear also is that it doesn't necessarily have to be on my deathbed, but also just not being able to do the things that I want as I watch my parents age and, my aunts and my uncles, um, seeing the limitations that they may have from health crises they may have gone through. For instance, my aunt, she's now on full oxygen all the time, and she often tells me that she regrets not doing certain things because either she can't do them now or it's just a lot that she has to go through to get it done. And I just want to make sure that I get everything done that I want to do. And we don't know how long we're going to be here. So, time is of the essence. So, I was inspired to make this video because a friend of mine, just posted in her Instagram stories, just reminding us to do what we want to do. In her case, she was talking about how she is about to go to France for grad school to get a master's in French studies. And she noticed that one of the first things that people ask her when they find out is that what is she going to do with this degree? And she was just reminding us that it's okay to learn just because you're interested in something. It's okay to invest money in yourself for a reason other than to use whatever that is to make more money. And, I feel like our generation, well, I'm an elder millennial. I was born in 81. I'll be 45 in a few months. And probably like Gen X also. Um, I feel like the life that societal expectations tell us is possible for us is just like one path. And I feel like it's like, do well in school, maybe go to college, um, get a good job, find a husband, have a family, be a good mom. And then after that, there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of expectation after that. Maybe be a good grandmother. And I told you all in my very first video that I just feel like I've spent so much of my life doing things that appease others or not doing the things that I want to do because I'm too worried about what other people think. Fortunately, a lot of that like pressure, those expectations haven't come to me from my family, but just society in general. And I did. I spent so much time trying to do the right things. And even when I did, some of these things, I just really still felt unfulfilled. And I remember actually feeling ever since I was young that I'm just like, this can't be all, right? This can't be it. But I wasn't sure. I couldn't see the other possibilities and I couldn't see the how. Um, so yeah, I spent a lot of time doing what I thought I was supposed to do. And really, I was right. Like there is more. But two, that life was not for me. And one of the wildest things, and I just remembered this in the last few years, and it's so crazy to me that I ever thought this, but I remember, and I've said this to people with so much confidence, when I was younger, that I just was really certain that I was just going to die young because I could not imagine that life for me. I could not imagine getting married and having kids. And people always thought it was like strange. And it's wild to me that the only alternative was that I thought I was going to die young because I couldn't see that. So yeah, that's just crazy to me. But yeah, so like I said, it's okay to just do things because you like to do them, because you want to do them. It's okay that the things you invest your time and your money in are not going to make you more money. I'm not dancing or taking dancing lessons because I want to be a professional dancer or compete. It's because I enjoy dancing. It makes me happy. I really enjoy salsa and bachata music and dancing, and I want to know how to dance properly and I want to know how to dance well. And that's why I do it. You know, people often, I take group classes and private lessons, and people often ask me in my class, like, do I feel like the cost of the private lessons is worth it? And I always have a hard time answering that question because I think it's really relative to you. Like, it's worth it for me because it's something that is really important to me. It's something that is a priority for me. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, and it's 100% worth the money that I spend to take the private lessons on top of what I pay for the group lessons. And if that's not how you feel about it, then it's probably not going to be worth your money. Um, People in my life, like, often, question the things that I do. Sometimes it's out of curiosity. Sometimes it's out of jealousy, I've realized. Most of the time, people have good intentions, but I also feel like people still, whether it's intentional or not, have a way of like forcing their expectations or what they think the expectations are on you. And it's honestly can be exhausting. I have let it stop me from doing things in the past, and I still do. But that's something that I'm working on. I know there's people in my life that like watch me live. I live very unconventionally, and people question it often. And I have let people make me feel bad about it at times or feel shame for certain things because my life doesn't look like what they think my life should look like. And I'm really just stopping because, again, I don't want to leave this life without doing the things that I love. I get questions about, like, I'm single, I've never been married, I don't have children, I don't plan on having children. I probably won't get married. I'm not opposed to having a partner, or even having a partner for the rest of my life, but I don't know about getting married. But yeah, people ask me about why am I not married or do I want to get married? And people ask me about having kids, and I remember even being younger telling people I don't think I want kids, and people would always say, "Oh, you'll change your mind, you'll change your mind." I have not changed my mind, and I don't regret it. I 100% was born to be the auntie. I love kids. I love my nieces and nephews. I have so much fun with them. But I don't have a desire to be a mother, and I've been made to feel bad about that. And I don't feel bad about it now, but again, people pushing their expectations on you. When I quit my job in Afghanistan, as I had mentioned, that was like the easiest job I'd ever had, and I was making the most money. When I decided to quit, people questioned why would I leave? Why would I leave such a good job? And it was because it was very isolated. I really couldn't have a life. And it was a great experience, don't get me wrong. It was 2 years that changed my life, but I was ready to get back out in the world. I was ready to have a life. I was ready to travel more and spend more time with my family and my friends and just get on with my life. And I also wanted to try to build something for myself and create my own income. And I was in a position that I was able to do that. And I did it regardless of what people said. Even when I decided to stop drinking, I even got pushed back there. And it's like one of the first things that people would say is, well, why are you doing that? I don't think you have a drinking problem. I never said I had a drinking problem. I said that I'm choosing not to drink anymore, and that I wanted to change my habit. I didn't have a drinking problem in the traditional sense. I was not battling alcoholism. However, it was a problem for me because I felt like it was holding me back, like I was letting it hold me back from doing the things that I wanted. And so I continued. A couple years ago, I moved to Mexico with my then boyfriend. And, people were worried about that. What if it doesn't work out? What if you break up? If we break up, we break up. What does that have to do with where I live or what I'm doing? Like, life goes on, right? So on one hand, I have leaned into doing what I want, but there are still things that I'm worried about, and I let that hold me back. But I'm really trying to keep moving forward and keep doing the things that I want to do, regardless of what anybody thinks, as long as it feels good to me. And I know lots of people are like, what is she doing? She has no idea what she's doing. And I'll be honest, half the time I don't know what I'm doing, but I just follow what feels good. I'm not out here hurting anybody else. I'm not here hurting myself. So you shouldn't be worried about it. There's people that want me to I haven't worked a traditional job in 6 years. And there's so many people that want me to get a traditional job so bad. And I don't get it. I really don't get it. You would think that I was asking them for money or these people are paying my bills like the way that people want me to get a traditional job. I don't want a traditional job. And I have made it work and I'm fine. So I don't know why people are so worried about it. Um, this brings me to another point too, like be a quitter. Like I am 100% a quitter. I am not afraid to quit anything. And the thing is though, when I quit, I've given something a fair chance. I've had people say to me, well, you get excited about stuff and you start it and then you drop off, you stop doing it. Sometimes that is my own, like procrastination or fear or whatever. But lots of times it's because something has piqued my interest. I try it out and it's either not what I thought it was or I don't enjoy it as much as I thought I did or I would. And like time is a finite resource. Like again, we don't know how long we're going to be here. Time is my most valuable asset and I don't have time to sit around wasting time doing things that I don't want to do. So, I 100% recommend being a quitter if you need to. Absolutely, 100%. Um, but yeah, it's just like I'm really s starting to just not care what others think anymore, and if you struggle with the same thing, like, I just wanna ask you a question. I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to stay stuck simply because you care too much about what others think? I was scared to start this YouTube channel, and a lot of it had to do with because I was scared of what other people would think. And in the past, almost 3 weeks, what I realized is it's hard to explain, like I was carrying like this festering blob of something by not letting myself express myself because I was worried about other people, about what they thought. I was carrying this desire to express myself. And because I wasn't, I honestly feel like it was making me sick. Like it was there and it was rotting and just festering and it was like shooting poison into other parts of my life because I was not letting myself do this thing that I wanted to do so badly. And I refuse to do that anymore. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep doing the things that I want to do, regardless of what anybody says or thinks about them. I realize when I am able to express myself the way I want to, like, I keep my peace. And it's like, you're the only person that has to live your life. Like, don't let anybody make you feel like it has to look a certain way or you have to do things for a particular reason. Do what makes you happy. So I hope this reached somebody who needed this mindset shift. Give this video a like if it did, and keep on doing what you want to do. We are grown ass people, grown ass woman. Do what you want to do. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.